Friends, welcome all of you. Let us continue our discussion on foreign exchange quotations. Few more principles or few more rules we need to learn. Today probably we'll be ending all those things. So I think previous class we are learning about the swap points. We'll be understanding. Today we'll learn how to convert those swap points into outright rates. Just give me a moment. Going to share the screen with you. Appreciation and depreciation in the previous class we have already learned. Okay, previous class friends, I was explaining you this is swap points. Forward rates can be quoted as outright forward. That means straight away you can know the rate, or maybe quoted as a swap points. So, or as a swap rate. Okay, swap is the difference between spot and forward. Okay, and what is the difference? What is that called? Difference between ask and bid. Anyone of you has remember the difference between ask and bid?
Spread.
That is spread. Okay. Okay. And coming to swap point, there can be bid swap and there can be ask swap. Okay, two kinds of swaps are there, which we had already discussed this thing in our previous class. And previous class we had solved this particular question also. Spot rate of euro is 80, 82. Forward rate is 83, 86. You can find out what is the swap points. So what is the spot? What is the bid swap? 80 minus 83. And what is the ask swap? You can say the difference. 82 minus 86. And spread you can find out 80 minus 82 or 82 minus 80, and here 86 minus 83. This concept we had discussed in previous classes. So to summarize, swap bid or bid swap is equal to forward bid minus spot bid, F minus S. Swap ask is equal to forward ask minus spot ask. Spot spread is equal to spot ask minus spot bid. Forward spread is equal to forward ask minus forward bid. Okay, this was our understanding in the last class. We had done it. And this rule also, rule 15 also we are discussing. Normally, the swap points or swap rates do not carry any plus or minus sign. So we need to understand it, which situation is to be added to the spot rate and which situation it is to be subtracted from the spot rate. So if bid swap points is less than ask swap points. Okay, now in this example you see bid is less than ask swap points. Okay, that means swap points are, you see, it is in the ascending order. 1, 2. It is in ascending order. Okay, so if it is in ascending order, then you can understand that bid swap points are less than ask swap points. Okay, bid will always precede ask. If that is the situation, the forward rate of foreign currency is at premium. That is, the foreign currency is appreciating and home currency is depreciating. In that case, if the rate is for foreign currency, you see the rupees by dollar, and swap points are like this, so this should be added to get the forward rate. And if it is in the descending order, if bid swap points are greater than the ask swap points, right now, as you are seeing here, 2, 1, you can see it is in the descending order. Then forward rate of the foreign currency is at discount. If that is so, the foreign currency rate needs to be deducted. So if the spot is 46, then how to arrive forward? 46 minus 2, 44. Or 48 minus 1 is equal to 41. It is equal to 47. Like that we can arrive it. But this concept or this rule is based on certain assumptions also. So you have to remember like this. Swap rate can be converted into outright rate by adding swap rate to the spot rate if forex is appreciating. So if it is appreciating, then add. A for add, A for appreciating. And deducting the swap rate from the spot rate if foreign exchange is depreciating. D for depreciating, D for deduct. Okay, and normally swap ask is more than swap bid. You know, and sorry, if swap ask is more than swap bid, then add, or swap ask is less than swap bid, then deduct. Okay, meaning ascending order add, descending order deduct. Okay, but this rule is based on these assumptions. First of all, bid is less than ask. You know, this is the normal behavior of a dealer. That bid will be less than the ask. Bid's price will be less than the ask. And normally forward spread is more than spot spread. In the forward, since there is a time gap, risk is more. So spread is normally more. Forward spread is normally more than the spot spread. So on the basis of these assumptions, this our rule is valid. That means if it is an ascending order, then straightway add to the spot rate to arrive at the forward rate. If it is a descending order, then deduct from the spot rate to arrive at the forward rate. I repeat the assumptions once again. B is less than ask, or bid is less than ask, and forward spread is more than spot spread. Okay, let us do this question. Some of you please read this question.
Swap rate can be converted into out.
Sorry, you are reading the question or you are asking something?
Spot equals to $0.00. No, sir, I was reading the previous slide.
Okay. Now you see spot rate is $0.006879 per A.
$0.00687.
For N. That means the quotation you can know it is dollar by N is this one. 3 months forward is again dollar by N is this one. Compute the status of the quote. That is, then you have to calculate percentage appreciation, depreciation, and swap. All these points you have to calculate. But it's a very simple question. I'll be helping you. If this is spot, this is 3 months forward in this one. But when calculating appreciation, depreciation, we have to convert it. We have to annualize that rate. What is the annual rate of appreciation, depreciation? We have to calculate. Okay, how to do it? You see, this is a direct quote. That is the status. Okay, direct quote in US because it is dollar by N. Okay, with dollar as home currency. And you see, forward is more than spot. If you check this, this is forward 6902. Spot is 6879. So forward is more than the spot rate. When forward is more than the spot rate and quotation is dollar by N, that is with the foreign currency which is appreciating. Meaning, what is the foreign currency? Yen is appreciating. Are you getting it? You see, this is spot, this is forward. And this currency, what is the commodity here is N. That means which one is appreciating? Yen or dollar?
Yen.
N is appreciating. Okay, N is appreciating. Okay, foreign exchange is appreciating and home currency is depreciating. How to calculate the appreciation depreciation? Forward minus spot by spot into 100 into 12 divided by 3. Can you tell me why I am multiplying it at 12 and dividing it by 3?
So 3 months forward rate was given.
Yes, the forward rate is for 3 months. So in 3 months, that is the appreciation. Okay, you see 3 months forward. 3 months, that is the appreciation. So what is the per month appreciation? Divided by 3. And I need this appreciation rate on annual basis. So I am annualizing it by multiplying it with 12. Okay, so if this formula, forward minus spot divided by spot, the spot amount is changing this one. Then I am converting into percentage in multiplying with 100, then 12 by 3. Are you understanding the logic behind this formula? So it comes to appreciation. Which currency appreciating? Yen is appreciating at 1.34% per annum. And if you want to know what is the swap point, you can find out the difference. Okay, ask minus bid, it comes to 23 points. Okay, are you getting this question?
So,
okay, now here is one more question for you. You can read this also. Please read it out. Will someone read it out?
Yes, sir. Spot equal to $1.7015 by euro. So this is euro or pound? I am
That is
confusing
pound.
always.
That's pound. This is pound.
Oh, okay. So spot equal to 1.7. Yes, sir. Yes. Spot equal to $1.7015 per pound. 3 months forward equal to $1.6745 per pound. Compute status of quote percentage.
Okay. Now, friends, you tell me. This is the question. You have to compute the status of the quote, the direct or indirect, percentage of appreciation, depreciation, and so on. Now you tell me. You see, this is when you say this much of dollar per pound. That means it is dollar by pound. Is it a direct? First, tell me it is direct quote for which country? Anyone can reply.
US.
For US, it is direct quote. Indirect quote for which country?
Sir, pound means England.
Pound means England. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
you see,
UK.
if this is for spot, this is forward. The rate is appreciating or depreciating?
Depreciating for pound.
Depreciating for pound. Very good. It is depreciating, but it is depreciating for pound because here the commodity which is traded is pound. So we have to calculate the depreciation percentage and we have to calculate the swap points also. Now you see. Yeah, this is the direct quote for direct quote for pound. For pound means commodity is the pound in US with dollar as home currency. That means it's a direct quote for an American. And forward is less than the spot. Therefore, foreign currency is depreciating. And here foreign currency is what? Pound. Okay. Are you able to understand this sentence? This is a direct quote for pound means pound is the commodity in US. Okay. For pound, the quote is there, but it's a direct quote for US person, but the quote is for pound. So foreign exchange is depreciating, home currency is appreciating. How to get it? Forward minus spot, you are finding out the difference. So this much you can find out this is negative. Okay. Divided by spot into 100 into 12 by 3. We are analyzing it by multiplying 12, and since it is 3 months forward, dividing it by 2. So you can find the depreciation is 6.3473%. Okay, this is negative impact. Okay, if you deduct this minus this, it will be negative. So this is the depreciation. What is the swap point? Swap point you can find out. This is this minus this, it comes to 0.027 or 270 points. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, understood.
Yes, sir.
Now let us move to one more question. Now here you have to identify the forward rate because swap rates are given to you. Here you see quote is like this. These are hypothetical quotes. Real rate is substantially different now. You see dollar is spot rate for dollar is how much? Rupees 445.50 to 60. And spot rate for pound is 75.30 to 80. And we have to calculate 1 month forward, and here we have to calculate 2 months forward, and this is the swap point. What we'll do? How can you calculate? Can anyone suggest me?
Yes. So the swap rate 20. So the column swap, I don't understand.
Swap means these are two swap points. When it's saying 20 by 30 or 20-30, that means this is the bid swap, this is the ask swap.
Okay.
Simply you have to do, you see, if it is in ascending order, what you have to do? That means the foreign currency is
Ascending order.
appreciating, you have to add. If it is a descending order, you have to deduct. Okay. Are you getting me?
Sir, please say one more time. I'm little confusing this one.
You see, these are the swap points. Okay.
sir.
Swap points are in ascending order. If it is ascending order, it shows it is appreciating. So you have to add these swap points here. But second case, you see 25, 15, it is in the descending order. Okay. 20, 30 is an ascending order. It's in descending order. When it is in descending order, you have to subtract. You have to deduct. Let me explain you this one second. Swap points at 20, 30 are in ascending order. Hence, they must be added to the spot rate to arrive at the forward rate, which we had discussed sometime before. Since spot rate is this one, swap points 0.2 and 0.3 needs to be added. So you are getting forward rate is this much. This much rupees per dollar. Okay, dollar is appreciating. This shows dollar is appreciating. Okay, when you talk about appreciation, it is always on the commodity here. Dollar is the commodity. What is the percentage of appreciation? Now you know this is forward rate, this is spot rate. You can find out the percentage of appreciation. Okay, rupee is depreciating, foreign exchange is appreciating. Okay, we can find out forward minus spot by spot into 12 divided by months into 100. 5.28 is the percentage of appreciation. Suppose 5.28 is the percentage of appreciation. You see how it is calculated. 45.90. Here you see 45.90 minus 45.60. 45.60 divided by 45.60. This is for 1 month forward. Is equal to 7.89. And second question is about swap points at 25.15. 25.15 means it is in the descending order. Spot rate is given to you 75.30 to 75.80. Since it is in descending order, first 25, then 15, then this has to be deducted. So forward rate is 75.05 and 75.65 rupees per pound. So you can calculate appreciation depreciation percentage. Okay.
Sir, please show the previous slide. I have a little doubt.
Yeah, this is the previous slide. Okay, got it. So if swap points, since swap points are not, they normally they do not come with plus or minus sign. But how you will be able to understanding it? If it is in ascending order, it should be added to the spot rate. If it is in a descending order, it should be deducted from the spot. And once you know this is spot, if this is forward, you can find out appreciation and depreciation. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, friends. Now you see, broadly, you see the purpose of telling you all this thing by way of telling some rules is that you'll remember some concepts. There is nothing rule like this. These are basically concepts, some concepts. So if I learn around 17 or 18 rules, the 18 concepts we have learned as regards to foreign exchange rules. Now you are definitely having this much of fair idea, and you will be able to distinguish the codes like this. You know, there is something called as home currency or foreign currency. In every transaction, there will be two currencies involved. And most of the cases, you'll find there will be one home currency, other one is a foreign currency. Okay. There is also possibility that both the currencies may be foreign currencies. Okay. Now, the difference between home currency and foreign currency you have understood. Home currency means the currency in which financial reporting is done. final ultimate financial statement is prepared in that currency, that is called as home currency. All other currencies are foreign currencies. And you also know what is direct quote and indirect quote. Direct quote means home currency per unit of foreign currency, and indirect quote means foreign currency per unit of home currency. Okay. You also know there is something called as the American term and something called as the European term. International quotes mostly are in European terms. Okay, European terms means how much of currency per unit of dollar. European currency means which is indirect to an American. American term means which is direct to the American. Okay, direct to the American means how much of dollar per any currency. Per dollar, how much of dollar per rupee, how much of dollar per pound. These are called as American terms. American terms are direct for an American, indirect for the rest of the world. But international quotes are normally mentioned in European terms, rupees by dollar like this. Okay, right? And one more thing, you also know there is something called as the cross rate and something called as the straight rate. What is straight rate? Where home currency is involved, it is easy for you. You can find it out easily. What is the quote for any other currency? Cross rate means home currency is not involved. You have to find out the rate with reference to home currency by using that multiplication formula. You already know. Bid A by B into bid B by A, B by C is equal to bid A by C. This formula you already know, all this thing. So that is called as the cross rate. We use the cross rate. Many times we might have to use cross rate because straight rates may not be available. You also know there is a concept called as the bid rate, and there is one more concept called as ask rate. Bid rate means what rate? Who can tell me what is bid rate?
Buying rate.
Buying rate. But here you have to remember buying rate means buying by the banker or by the forex dealer. His buying rate, not your buying rate, not customer's buying rate. And ask rate is the selling rate. But here you have to keep it in your mind that when we talk about selling rate, we're talking about selling rate of the dealer. For example, you have dollar, you want to exchange it. For that thing, you might be thinking you are selling dollar, but it is bank who is buying the dollar. So buying rate will be applicable. For example, let us say you have $1 lakh and the buying rate is 80, selling rate is 82. When you go to the bank, bank will give you as per its buying rate. It will give you 80. Okay, 80 lakh rupees you will be getting. Right? But you have rupees, you want to buy dollar. The bank will be selling you at 82 because that is his selling rate. Understood? This concept also you know. And two more concepts. That is, one is called a spot rate, another one is a forward rate. Spot rate means today's rate. Today means practically T plus 2 days. And forward rate means at a future rate. It might be 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months forward. That is the future rate. The difference between spot rate and forward rate is called as what? Difference between spot and forward is called as swap. And the difference between bid and ask is called as spread. Okay, these are the concept. These are you can say the minimum requirement we should understand to get an overall idea of international finance or international quotation or to deal with international receipts and international payments. These quotes should be there in the mind, and we should also be comfortable to convert one quote into another quote. Hope you got some idea. You will be able to do so. Yes or no? Will you be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the next concept, what we are going to learn, is about little theoretical things. We'll be talking about what drives the exchange rate. Okay, and this is, of course, there is one more slide which talks about the difference between spot and forward. You already know. Okay, the standard forward periods are 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months. This is one more concept, but the next important concept which we are going to learn is the concept of exchange rate drivers. That means what are the elements which drives the exchange rate? There are many things, there are many factors that contribute towards exchange rate movements. But these things, almost 9 things we are highlighting here, which we'll be discussing in our next session. These are the important factors only. There might be many factors beyond that. One is international trade. Second one is speculation. Third one is balance of payment. Fourth one is the intervention of central bank. Then the economic fundamentals. Then political stability. Then exchange rate parity theory, inflation rate, and self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, these are important concepts, or 9 important concepts which contributes towards exchange rate movements. Okay, so friends, what we'll do, we'll keep it for your next session. Now, up to this, what we have learned in forex course, do you have any query? Any doubt you have?
Sir, if you will give that particular PPT or certain questions for practice, then it will be more better.
Yeah, definitely. You see, first of all, recorded video will be available in the YouTube channel. In my account, you can go there, see it. PPTs will be available in SlideShare as well as in LinkedIn. Both the places you can get the things. Things will be available. You have to take a little effort to download that thing. Okay, I'll be sending you links also if required. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so next class if required, I will be sharing the links here. It's in the chat box. I will give you the links. So friends, today we are going to close our session here. Next class we'll be understanding all those concepts. First drive sexes. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll catch up in your next session.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
sir.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.